Good morning, y'all. I hope everyone is well. I hope those of you that were in the path of Milton are safe and secure somewhere, and I hope that your properties are not highly damaged. Goodness, I look forward to the day when we don't have to talk about hurricanes all the time, and I know all of you do as well. But I did just want to touch base with those of you that are in Florida. Just please, 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 please stay somewhere safe until all of this is done. In other news today, Chelsea and I have been working up here just kind of pulling a few weeds and pulling the damaged cloth off the edges of our beds. But I wanted to walk through and show you what we're doing, what's happened, and surprisingly how much is beautiful and left of all of our overwintered plants, or plants that are going to be overwintering. These are bachelor's buttons. We've been cleaning some of the beds. You can see these still have weeds in them. And they also have, some imprints of the deer. I showed you this the other day, I think. Actually, you know what? I actually don't know what I've ended up posting and what I haven't. Because I made a bunch of videos that actually didn't get posted because I thought it was because we didn't have the ability to post. I was trying and they would never post. But Chelsea looked at my phone one day. She says, "Well, Mom," she said, "actually, you don't have your internet on." So, for whatever reason, I just ended up making a bunch of videos that didn't post. So there's that. I'm just not very technical and forget to check things to make certain that there might be a different reason other than that we just don't have service. But now, waiting past that, these are just a few little pincushion plants that we planted. We have a few Dara here. There's some more Dara over there. Lots of snapdragons. These are calendula. And these seed, the calendula and the bachelor's buttons, washed a little bit. And I was planning on digging them up where they're clumps and separating them. But we're getting so close to really cold weather that I think that I'm not going to mess with them. I'll just thin what I need to this spring and we'll have what we have. We still have some, let me see, bells of Ireland that need to be direct sowed. And I'm not certain that we might not have waited too long at this point, but we needed to let it dry just a little bit. So this afternoon, we will go ahead and put those in the ground and hope that they'll have a chance to establish before it gets too cold. But we're going to be down in the 30s this coming week at night. And then we're also going to be down in about 26 one night, week after next. So we have cold weather coming on. We may plant them and just see what they do. Look at this tiny little snapdragon. That's just crazy, y'all. It's crazy to think that you can plant these things. And we planted them at the time according to our zone that they're supposed to be planted to overwinter. My concern is more that our weather is so strange right now that maybe we should have waited an extra couple of weeks, because we stayed really, really warm during that time. And that's the reason we ended up with, some plants that just died. It was just too warm for them. But I am really actually pleased that we have as much of a stand as we do. I think we have probably 70% of what we planted, all of our little seedlings that all survived. They survived all the heat in August and September, And they survived Hurricane Helene. So, I mean, they're tough. They're hardy little dudes. Chelsea and I will be coming through and before it starts getting too chilly and too windy, and we'll put fresh white cloth over the top of them just to get them through the winter nicely. And they will then be uncovered this spring, and we'll put the netting for them to grow up through to help just stabilize them and keep them safe in any kind of windstorm. This is the same little dude, I think. Look at that little snap. And there's really a bunch of them that are ready to open up. So that's kind of fun to see, even if it is either way too early or way too late. I'm not sure. But we didn't label them. We had left our little trays so that we could make labels to put at the end of each row, because we're unfamiliar with these, what they look like at this stage. We'll, obviously be able to recognize what they are when they're blooming, but at this stage we're not absolutely certain. So, but Papa was helping me over here one day, and before I noticed what he was doing, he picked up all the trays to get them out of the field. I said, oh no, those were there for a reason. So, we'll know what they are. These are some kind of a Dara, some kind of a false Queen Anne's lace, whatever. But we'll know what they are when they bloom. That's okay. It's absolutely okay. Look at the blips of color in the fields on the other side. They're still absolutely beautiful. Let me increase this a bit. They're just kind of unusable because the stems are too twisted to make bouquets out of. They're bent every direction. However, Chelsea and I are in the process of setting up the bedroom in the front of the house, right there, with some drying wire, so that we can hang lots and lots and lots of flowers from the ceiling to dry. So hopefully we'll find a use for them. But we just don't want them to go to waste. And listen, y'all, I so appreciate the comments that I get from you. And I just apologize right now that I'm not taking, I absolutely read each one, and I think about you when I'm reading them, and I'm so appreciative that you're taking the time to say hi and write to me. But right now we're kind of just we have so many things that we need to get done that I'm just kind of swimming. However, know that when I just acknowledge that I've read your comment, that I absolutely appreciate the fact that you're responding, that you're saying hi and sending your good wishes, and I do appreciate it. This winter, when things slow down, hopefully I'll be in a better position and have more time to actually chat. So, but in the meantime, thank you for hanging out with me. And those of you that have responded to the needs here in the southeast where the storm has come through, you're a blessing. Thank you so much. And now it's time for all of us to reach out to Florida. I just feel so horribly bad for these people that have just gotten slammed back to back. Oh, y'all. We are all Americans. We all need to treat each other as Americans. We all need to know that every organization, local, state, and federal, are responding. And volunteers, community efforts. We are going to get through this together. But let's just not be gaslit. Let's just love each other through this and continue being kind to one another. I love you much. Bye-bye.